So about these stupid wheels. Oh, hello, everyone out there in Cyberland. My name's Marlon. The channel's Old Fart Hacks, and this is all about that Chinese XY table, specifically the bind up in the nuts and the crunch in them. And at this point, I'm trying to determine if it's the bearings. Let me get a little more light here. So what I've got here is the small bearing stack up, the one inside. This is the mounting flange. This is where all the actual action takes place. And I've got this pretty tight. Yeah, that's pretty tight. There's a bind to it. And a little grinchiness. I'm beginning to wonder if it's not a problem with the bearings. And it looks like, let's put it this way, the small ball bearings are not as smooth as I would like. You would think that, I mean, I've got maybe 100 pounds of load on that, and that should roll without any problems, and yet clearly I can't hold it still by just the thread. If I put a wrench against the bolt, then I can hold it. But and this bearing's not moving quite as fast as it should either. So it may be a bad bearing here. I'm going to go ahead, since I now know how this one feels, I'm then going to use this setup, because I can trap the bearing there, with the larger bearing set and see how that feels, but I need to transfer the bolt across. So I'll be back in just a few seconds. Okay, now we're back. I've got the larger bearing set trapped in here. Mind you, this is not quite ideal because this bearing here has a little bit of room to roam. But still, with it tight, this one's much tighter. Yeah. I just don't like the way these bearings move. Although this one does seem to be a little better than the small set. This may just be a bad bearing problem, poor races and so on. In fact, that seems to be freeing up as that settles in. But then also it's loosening up. I don't know. I mean, I went through and measured all this stuff. I do like these little magnets for holding the, by the way, I know it's not pronounced magnets. That's just my way of having a little fun. I do like the magnet for the friction element for the dial wheel. This one seems to be smoother, though, than the small one. So it may be just bad small bearings, because that's not too bad. It's still got more friction than I would like, but... So I think I may just go ahead and see if I can get a new set of these small bearings. The small little ones. Yeah, these bearings right here. I mean, theoretically, these should run smooth. I mean, you know, got nice little round balls and so on, but it just doesn't want to run right. So I think I'm going to order a new set of bearings for this. Yeah, that even feels a little grinchy just that way. This may be where my problem's at. Anyway, I'm going to order those up, and as soon as I get them in, I'll bring you guys back and we'll go from there. I also went ahead and put this up in the lathe and checked it for concentricity and such, because I was wondering if there's a problem. Or was it that? No, I guess it was this. Yeah, it was this ring right here. Checked it for concentricity, and there was no problem there. Although it's done as a two operation thing. They do this side first. You know, lovely the way they The saw cut is here and they don't cut deep enough to actually remove that. But that doesn't show it's behind. But still, even on this face, just, good Chinese manufacturer. Anyway, so I'll be back next video. I'll have a new set of bearings and we'll go from there.